Hey, good morning, friends. It's Sunday morning. Welcome to my bathroom. I'm Carl. That means it's time for the Silky Smooth Sunday Shave. 48 hours worth of growth, and I will be doing a head and face shave today. So, hope everybody had a good week, that your weekend was nice, and that you had some good shaves and some good family time and some good time with friends, and it was a good time. Speaking of good times, this shave is going to be a good time, and before we get too far, morning coffee, brought to you by Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. All right, what are we using? What goes great with coffee? Sweets. And I think I've got the sweetest soap I've ever owned to date, and it'll be the first time I get to use it. It's Just Cake by Uncle John's. This is a group soap for the Facebook group. It's Just Shaving. This stuff smells just like, it looks like and smells just like chocolate cake or chocolate brownies. Fantastic scent. It got the matching aftershave splash. It smells like chocolate milk. So, got a little bit of the soap pressed into a bowl. If you can see that, it looks like chocolate icing. It's ridiculous. For the brush today, Turn and Shave Marble Green. For the shaver, Focus R21 Evolution. And I've got a brand new Super Maxx stainless, I think, if I remember right, in there. First time use on that blade. First time ever using one of those, I believe. And for the head shave, as always, HeadBlade Moto. This is the 9th use on that cartridge. And for the soap, probably Little Tim's Mahogany Lavender Franken soap. Anyway, let's get going. So everybody raved about this soap a week or two ago when it came out. Like I said, it was a special invention for the Facebook group. Uncle John did a fantastic job. One of the themes in the group is, it's all about having fun. And we have cake. So, thus the cake themed scent. And it's cake. Now everybody loves it. Everybody's loved the soap. Everybody who used it spoke really highly of it. Uncle John makes fine soaps, no doubt about it. I've used about two or three of his soaps in the past. Never had any issues with them. Great performers, great scent profile, great slickness, great lathers. Some people did say that this soap caused a tingle. And it may be the ingredients, because there's a little bit of cinnamon, I think is what John said. So a lot of people said that you should bowl lather it and use a lot of water, particularly if you have sensitive skin, because it can cause some tingle issues. I haven't heard anybody follow up and say they have had a full-on reaction to it. Most people say if you lather it a little bit on the wet side in the bowl, then you're less likely to have those tingles. Well, because I am not smart, I'm just going to do my normal face lather. Got a good amount on the brush. And if you can see, it's not white. It actually lathers kind of a chocolatey tan. Like the previous Uncle John soaps. Rich, thick, creamy, as we paint it on. I tell you what though, I noticed the other day a lot of guys do this technique, and I was thinking about when I first started shaving, I didn't do that kind of paint on technique. That I'm gonna say Frank Stromberg was really the one who I noticed pointed it out and started it, and I started doing it after I watched him shave. I used to just put soap in the brush and attack the face, and it just looked like a mess. And while I'm still a messy latherer, it's not quite as bad. And I look a lot more sophisticated doing it this way as opposed to the old way. But anyway, I've noticed a lot of guys do kind of the paint on and then the add water technique. And I can't speak for anybody else, but I can say it's definitely something I picked up from Frank Stromberg several years into my adventures in wet shaving. So, just goes to prove, no matter how long you've been doing this, you can always learn and improve your technique. And like I said, well, I still get soap everywhere. I don't look like just a big galoop gorilla just going doing this, which is what I used to do and probably still sometimes do. I think when Matty Lindholm did his dedication shave, that was one of the things he did when he was poking fun at me, was a very aggressive, erratic lathering style. And I do it. Like I said, I get soap in my eye on a pretty regular basis. And that shouldn't be a thing. What is a thing is how amazing this soap is. Good night. I mean, beautiful. There's too much soap in this brush. And it still can take more water. And no real tingle so far. So try not to get it in my coffee as it slings out everywhere. We're going to call that good, because it's nice and peaky. Now I do have a little tingle around the nose, but that could just be because excuse me, there's quite a bit of soap in my nose. All right. Man, excuse me. Allergies here in Central Texas are ridiculous. We just had a run of big storms, and now spring is upon us. Cinco de Mayo was fantastic, nice, sunny, beautiful day. I want to say we got pretty close to 90 degrees if we didn't get 90. So, all right. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well. I've been looking forward to using this soap for a week or two since I got it in the mail, but everybody else who got it was kind of doing their thing with it, and I wanted to take a second, let everybody do their thing and learn from them. Kind of like buying a piece of tech, you know, if you don't hop on it during the first generation, you can learn from other people's experience with it. And that's how I learned about the tingling. Even had one fine gentleman by the name of Dave Card. You may know him from the Facebook group, It's Just Shaving, or from the It's Just Shaving YouTube page. The fastest Shavette in the, I would say the West, but fastest Shavette in the UK, I imagine. He actually specifically messaged me to warn me about the tingle, because he knows as of late I've been having trouble with certain soaps when it comes to reactions. So he hit me up in a private message on Facebook with all the tips and tricks. And so far, a little tingle around the nose, mostly in the nostrils. But like I said, that's probably because soap of any type should not go up your nose. But I am getting a little as the shave goes on. A little tingle around the mustache area, and maybe ever so slightly in the cheeks. So this may be not a happy soap for me, but I'm going to give it the old college try and finish the shave. Unless things take a dramatic turn for the worse. And we'll go from there. Performance-wise, it's a typical Uncle John's quality soap. Nice cushion, nice lather, great slickness. And fantastic scent. Excuse me. So for me, it's been a good weekend so far. Got a chance to relax yesterday. Ate a bunch of Cinco de Mayo food. Made me fat and bloated. No problem there. Caught up on a ton of shave videos. Saw, videos from pretty much all the guys I regularly watch. Flash Boredom. It's Just Lance. Trevi B, congratulations on 300 plus subs, brother. Good luck with your contest. If you haven't seen it, he made 300. He's having a giveaway. Giving away a PAA Alpha Ecliptic razor. So go check out his channel if you're not already. Chad Can Shave did a great review of, was it the Razor Rock self-lubricating open comb. Johnny did another soap review, a French soap, Darwin, I believe. Watched a couple from Flash. Let's see, Yaki Brush. I don't remember what else it was. The Yaki Brush was the thing that stood out because he made me laugh when he said everybody has this brush, so I'm not going to talk too much about it. Kind of like the soap. Everybody has this soap. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. Except for the fact that it's doing a fine job. Oh, fine. He used fine lavender in one of his shaves. Let's see. I know I watched a video from Manny, Mr. Mail Call. I can't remember exactly what it was though. I've slept since then. Lee, the Baby Nomio or Nomio shaves. I feel like I'm doing like a weekend review of the shave videos today. Let's see, Lee did a shave. Soap, West Coast Bay Rum or something, San Francisco Bay Rum, something like that. Looked like a really nice shave. Tingle's a little more pronounced here on the second pass. Tell you what, I'm going to be sad if I get 3 shaves in. You can't put enough water in this soap to make it not tingle my face. Hey, but if that's the case, my loss is your gain. I still have some fantastic Uncle John soaps that I can use. And this may get passed on to the next guy who doesn't have it. Although most of the guys I know have it. because most of the guys I know are in that Facebook group. So a lot of you guys out there commented about or asked how the big Sunday at church was last week. Man, it was a good time. It was a good service. Really feel like the Lord blessed us. We got everything that we were praying for. Or most of it, I should say. So we were doing outreach, trying to spread the good news and get the news about the church out, and just meet our neighbors and invite them to church. We had kind of set a goal to have 40 visitors. And we had 70 guests show up on a Sunday. That's pretty good. Like I said, we're a small church. Only 20 regular attendees. So 70 visitors was amazing. We served a grip, a barbecue, and all the fixings. We had some good old-timey gospel music performed by this family originally from Canada, who now live in San Antonio or Houston, Texas area. They travel around and do some bluegrass gospel music. Gosh, they were so talented. The music was so good. It just really kind of moved a lot of people. Pastor preached an amazing message on the gospel. Gave the gospel out. Told people how to go to heaven. It was good, man. That's all I can say. We were blessed. We came back at 5 o'clock for the 5 o'clock service. That was fantastic. And then we hung out, had a little bit more leftover barbecue. And what am I doing? Then cleaned up the church. And got ready for this upcoming week. It was a good time. I think, like I said, man, we were blessed. Thanks for everybody who asked. If you were among those who were praying for us and sending out well wishes, appreciate it. It worked. We were blessed, and hopefully we blessed some other folks. Now the trick is to not just have that kind of spirit and hospitality be a special Sunday thing, but in every Sunday thing, week in, week out, we should be, doing that, inviting people and blessing people and all that stuff. Now we won't have barbecue every week, or the Doucette family, but we'll have good gospel teaching, good Bible teaching, and just love for the brethren and love for people, and that's really what it's about. Sharing the good news, the gospel. And that is what we are supposed to be doing. Loving God and loving people. That's where it's at. And thus concludes my sermon today. Thanks for watching. Yeah. that last little across the grain bit right there that I just can't get where the the two parts come together on my neck. Never can get really smooth. The rest of it is freaking fantastic. All right, yeah, that's nice. Get rinsed off here and we'll go to the head shave. All right, so on to the head shave. Now, that shave is done. It is fantastic. It is really smooth. Baby smooth on the cheeks and jawline. DFS in the ditch of the neck. That's always the trouble area for me. How did everything perform? The soap was great. I got a tingle from it. Everybody said I would get a tingle from it. I definitely got a tingle from it. Let me get the brush rinse out. So, does that mean I won't use it? No, I'm going to try again. Less soap, more water, and see how it goes. It's not a terrible tingle. It's not the same tingle that I have had from, say, like Lilttle, which is probably one of my worst reactions, or the Sterling Rose. Those have been the two most uncomfortable reactions, and this isn't there. This is more along the lines of the Vanille Pumpkin Latte, which I haven't tried again, so I got to give that one a second shot before I completely write it off. I got to give it at least 2 tries, maybe 3. But this, that Uncle John's, I think is going to be okay. We'll see how the second shave with it goes. At least my understanding of all the EMS knowledge I've got about allergic reactions is the more you're exposed to the allergen, the worse the reaction is. So, if it's going to get worse, it'll be that. If it's going to be pretty mild, it'll stay. It won't get worse after subsequent uses, and I can keep using the soap occasionally. Or I could just be like Manny from SoCal Shaves and just, you know, tough it out, because apparently anything that gives him a reaction he just uses because he is a tough guy. But I am not. I'm sensitive. Sensitive. For this little Tim soap, I'm telling you, for a guy who is a full-time barber and not a professional soap maker, he did a fine job on this stuff. I can't sing its praises enough. It's not the perfect soap, not the best soap, but man, it is a really good soap. Alright, let's go. It's not a really good soap when it gets in your eye, though. Good night. One of these days, I'm going to have a shave where I don't put soap in my eye. Apparently today is not that day. What else can I talk about? Did anybody out there do anything fantastic for Cinco de Mayo? Is that a big thing in other places? Or is it just kind of down here in... Excuse me, it's soap in my eye. Or is that just kind of a... I know it's probably bigger down south where we're closer to Mexico, have more Mexican population, Hispanic population, you know, descendants and immigrants. But yeah, I mean, does anybody else really celebrate it except for, you know, us down here in South, the South United States and Mexico? And I'm sure, you know, because there is, you know, the Hispanic immigration is probably all over the country, the United States. I'm sure there's celebrations everywhere. But man, down here it's a big deal. Like, you know, the restaurants have specials and there's big parties, and parades and get-togethers and barbecues and Cinco de Mayo sales at the market, at the grocery stores, and of course all the fixins to make tacos and Mexican style barbecue go on sale and all that good stuff. Just this is gonna sound stupid, but you know, Cinco de Mayo is the celebration of is it the French defeat, the defeat of the French by Mexico in some battle. So does that mean like that on Cinco de Mayo, like the French folks get mad? I'm just goofing off. I don't know. I'm just flapping my yap, trying to fill the emptiness. You guys probably listen to me talk about like world events and geography and go, that guy doesn't know anything about anything. Well, I'll be the first to admit it. I was a poor student when it came to geography and history and pretty much everything except for science and biology. That's why I'm in medicine. Good night. Anyway. So do you guys turn me off? Do you do you mute me? Like, do you guys, this guy's just shut up. You put me on in the background and just kind of, it's white noise while you're going about your day, drinking your coffee or, I don't know, having your tea or crumpets or whatever it is you do. Sharpen knives, sharpen razors. Look at other cool stuff on the internet. Plot world domination. Am I in the background just kind of a monotonous drone flapping my yap? I mean, Plash already calls me out on it. He essentially called me a chatty Cathy in a very nice way because he's Welsh and he always sounds so polite. He could probably be cussing me out and I would probably think it was a compliment because one, I'm not bright, and two, he's got such a nice sounding, calm, relaxed voice. All right, that is it. Just gotta get this little nuggets around the ear here. All right, done and done. Let's get that rinsed off. I feel like I spent a lot of time out of camera today. Anyway, look at that. Silky smooth. Let's do the post. What are we using for the post? Nivea balm. And like I said, Uncle John's cake aftershave splash. This stuff really does smell like chocolate. I'd say chocolate milk more than chocolate brownies. I don't know, in the hand it smells more like chocolate brownies or chocolate cake. I don't know what the old church ladies are going to think about the scent of chocolate. All right. A little bit of a tingle on that from the splash, mostly in the neck area. I probably should have checked the shave with a little alum. That could just be irritation from the shave. But it's not bad. Whatever it is, it's not bad. That's it. All right, let me put this balm on, and I'm going to let you all go. Thank you again so much for spending a little portion of your morning with me, or whenever you watch this. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was a fine shave. Thanks for coming in, spending some time with me, like I said. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I enjoyed making it. I know I tend to ramble about nothing, but that's what I do. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great Sunday. Hope the upcoming week treats you well and that you get to spend some time with your friends and family, because it is really important. And I'll see you hopefully Tuesday for the Tuesday Scrape. I'm Carl. Thanks again for watching, and God bless. Have a great Sunday.